Okay, part two. Let's have a look at the code and see what we've missed out. We haven't really dealt with the images yet. That's the wrong version, I'm sorry. Up here, we don't have any images here, so we have to put an image inside the header. So instead of this text, we need an image tag. Where is the image tag? We need the source for that. And we are going to have to type in the path. Where is it? It's in a subfolder called images. It's called MCU logo, and then what type of file is it? It's a PNG, not a PANG, PNG. Okay, I am going to give this some style. Okay, and I am going to use the noAlign class in order to do that. Okay, one other thing I should do, people who have visual disability will hopefully be accessing your websites. So what you should do is, in that case, they won't be able to see the images, so you should put some text that describes what the image is about. Okay, so our first image is Marvel logo, so let's use that as our alt. Alt stands for alternate text. Okay, image tag is a self-closing tag, so we don't have /image. You can see it's just open and it's closing here. If we wanted, we needn't put in the /. I just find it useful because I can see the self-closing nature of that tag straight away. Okay, so there's an image there. There's also an image inside the section. And in fact, I just see I have the H1 outside of the article tag, so that needs to go there. Okay, before the paragraph, I want another image. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to copy that tag, okay, because I'm going to try and work as efficiently as possible. Okay, so there it is here. I know all my images are in the same subfolder called images, so I just need to change the name of this. This is called Iron Man, and it's JPEG this time. Okay, and okay, alternate text. Let's just call it Iron Man or something like that. I am not going to have a class for this one here, so let's just delete that. Okay. I'm also going to have an image before the next paragraph. So let's paste that in there and let's move the text then in here. And our third image is called cap.jpg. And this time I am going to apply some style to this. I'm going to right align it. Okay, and let's put a meaningful alternate text here. Captain America. Okay, let's have a look at that. In the browser, here we go here. Okay, so we are picking up our three images. You can see them in there, and they're basically separating the paragraphs and the H1 heading. So that's where we are at the moment. Okay, so I think the HTML has been completed there. There's one thing I'm just going to show you here. You might be wondering, maybe on your version of Notepad++, you're not wrapping your text here. So you can see here that text is wrapping. Okay. Notice at the bottom here, there's no horizontal scroll bar. Okay. Supposing you don't want it to wrap, all you do is you go up to the little icon here, word wrap, just below the P in plugins on the menu. Okay, once you do that, you can see the text in each paragraph is just on one line, and we've got a very wide horizontal scroll bar. That can be awkward sometimes. It's nice to see everything widthwise anyway, so that's how we achieve that. Okay, let's apply the style then. Okay, so we've got some style here on Peter's style sheet, so I'm just going to add it in here. Okay, we want black background, and then I want color of the text to be light gray. Hopefully as you're looking at this you're thinking, hey, hold on, something strange here about the colors. Yeah, the word color should have the same color, as background color. Okay, just like max width here, the second style property has the same color as min width. Okay, so I have a problem here. When my problem is at the beginning of a line of HTML or CSS, it's very likely that the problem is the end of the previous line. And we can see the semicolon is missing here. Okay, so if we have a list of style, these are called style value pairs. Okay, that's a style value pair. We have the particular style property, and then we have its value. They are separated by colon, and then the next style value pair is separated from the previous style value pair by a semicolon. Okay, you can see them all down here. Okay, the last style value pair doesn't need a semicolon. Okay, so what we want to do is we want the text to wrap around our images. Okay, so we are going to set a style for that. We are going to, that's called floating. Okay, so we are floating the images to the left, and that means the text will wrap around to the right. Okay, however, in the case of one of the images with the right align class, we don't want to float that to the left. We want to actually float that to the right. Okay, other styles we are not going to have a background color for the wrapper. Okay, so the text will be grayish on a black background. The whole page will be black background. Okay, what else do we want to do? We want to set the header to block. Block just means it takes up the whole width of the allocated area, so nothing can wrap around it. Nothing can kind of add in to the right of it. And let's set that to 100%. Okay, notice you don't get a change in text color if you don't have a space after the colon, but it's just easier to read for yourself if you put that in. Okay, and finally then we also have a no align class for one of the tags. And I don't want any text to kind of wrap around that. And so float none will take care of that. And then clear both means essentially the same thing. It means that whatever is the next block element has to appear underneath the image, not either to the left or the right of it. So let's have a look at our Marvel webpage now. Okay, if we refresh that, that is our entire content. Okay, you can see there's no scroll bar either vertically or horizontally. If I do Control minus, you can see our text there. Okay, notice it is centered. Notice the first image is up here. Notice this image is floating to the left. Okay, and the text is wrapping around it. Notice this image is floating to the right. And the text is wrapping around it to the left. Okay, now let me just add in some more text to the last paragraph, and it's easier just to do it and then explain it. So let's just put in some nonsense text there. and come back and refresh this page. Okay, and you can see that the extra text has actually wrapped around, and the text is big enough so that there's enough text so that it will go underneath the image. So let's come back out of that. Save that. Control S is quicker. And there we go. There's our end product. So hopefully you got that far as well.